Hello and welcome back to Let's Build a City. Today I'm going to be building a toy store. I did put the letters in because I don't know how you do letters. I had to watch like a letter guide. So I wrote the sign where I think I want it to go. I can always move it up and down, but that is where it's sitting. I'm fortunate enough to be doing a building where I only have to do the front and back, and I still might not even get the back done because I don't know if you've seen episode 5. Episode 5 was the flower shop, and I still haven't done the back, and that was a while ago. However, briefly before we begin, let me just show off some progress. I've done a couple episodes in between, but they've been like quick builds, so I haven't been able to show off the world. I've expanded the river. I've started expanding the downtown region here as well. Popped in another bridge, very similar to the other bridge over there. And this is sort of how I've done the river. I'd like to know what you think about this, because I'll make the river pop out somewhere else, like down there. But I wanted to have a hard end so I could build the neighborhood. So this is sort of end to the river here. I've kind of like done it so it hides under these grates. I don't know if it looks right. I'm gonna pop in a bridge there. But yeah, so anyway, these houses. Whoa, I just tripped on my words. Anyway, these houses, I believe were both built on episode. Oh no, that one wasn't. But yeah, so if you want to catch the episode, really, really liking the houses actually. I think they're pretty good scale and nice detail level. And I've also began working on the interior to the school. However, I haven't really gone very far. I've just laid out the ideas. I'll show you that when it's done. It should be done relatively soon though. So anyway, enough yapping. Let's get to building. Clear the inventory. It's a little plan. I'm going to build a bank next door. So it's going to be like a tiny model, like of a big bank. So it's going to have that similar feature we have on the town hall. I'm going to do like a mini version here. So anyway, let's get to building. Immediately, I'm thinking we go with a green. I'm liking the theme of a green. And maybe some dark spruce. We'll go spruce. So where's the middle? Is this the middle? Oh, I think has it got two? No, it shouldn't have two middle, should it? Let me do a splash potion. It shouldn't. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, that is the middle. Okay. So boom, the doorway goes there. We'll do a big doorway. I really like starting build. Like when there's nothing done on a build yet, you're purely just putting in where everything's gonna go. I love that. It's so fun. And I think I'll use quartz for the actual toy shop sign, like the outside. So where does this need to go? I think I can get away with doing it like that, touching the apostrophe. How does that look? Is that gonna be a good size? Yeah, I think that's gonna be good. So pop that in here. It's weird, like trying to start on the layer above instead of the bottom layer. It's a very strange thing to do. But hey, I suppose I'm teaching myself new skills. So there you go. I want to do that with the sign, I think, because I want the toy sign to really pop out. I might change the birch to a dark oak, so it's really bold, but I'm not 100% sure yet. I'll see how it turns out in the end. I think this will give like a nice rustic feel with the green background though, because I've used quite a bit of dark oak. I mean, on all the street lights I use dark oak, and I don't particularly want to overuse it. Also, I've set the time, like I've allowed the time to go to sort of it's technically I think nighttime, so all the lights are on, which I love. That's why I did it. Yeah, I like that. I think if we add some design with the quartz, it could look quite nice. How would I do that? I suppose I could do it like this. Is that going to get into the... it sort of runs into the apostrophe. I think that's okay, though. Yeah, actually Yeah, that works. And I could even put, like, bars down the side to link it up, potentially. Or... Oh, that's where the dark oak can come in. I can put, like, dark oak across the bottom two bits? Maybe? I don't know. We'll come back to that. I need to work on the actual shape of the outside. I think I'm gonna use polished andesite. Like I haven't. I feel like that could look good. Yeah, I like that. We'll work on one side at a time. So polished andesite, and then we'll put like little accent blocks in, so it's kind of different. Polished andesite there, and then what I'll do is I'll make the store go in. So I'll grab some stone brick and I'll make it so it's a bit more like not as flat. I'll make the store go in like that, and that should add a bit of depth. You know, most of these builds end up. Oh wait, actually, oh no, I haven't done one like that actually. I was gonna say most of the builds go outwards on the top, but no, on the bottom, but none of them actually do. Well, there we go. We're changing up the building techniques. So like that. How's that looking? If I remove this, because I want to do big windows at the bottom to display the actual toys. Yeah, I'm liking that. I actually really like that. It's coming out quite well. Yeah, it's been a while since I've done like a sit-down talking video um, for the series. I've just been so sick. Even now, I'm a little bit ill now, but it's honestly like compared to how sick I've been, it's nothing. But yeah, man, I'm just glad to be back. Truth be told, like my goodness, it's not very nice being sick. Uh, but to be fair, I did the videos I made. I did actually quite like the how would you like the speed build sort of things I did. I did like them. I thought they turned out quite well, and I'll definitely do more of them in the future. But I don't want them to be overused. Like I don't want to overuse that too much because I quite like having regular videos like the talking. I feel like it's more personal, and that's good. I've actually been thinking about doing a big like hour-long episode. So just do like this one, for example. This could be the hour-long episode. It's not going to be. I mean, you can tell by the time it's not going to be. But I'm saying like it would just be like a sort of smaller build that I could get completely done. Because I'll cut away at some point, fill in the side and back. Well, I might do the back wall. I'm a bit I'm a bit criminal for not doing the back walls on these builds. How did I do it on the flower shop? I might try and do a similar. Oh, I hid it so you can't actually see. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to put a canopy on this one. What block could go well? Well, what blocks are going to go down the side? I guess green again makes sense. Oh, there's only one block on each side for the. Whoops. Okay. Nah, it's still the idea is still there. So what? Because I don't really just use spruce. Let's pop in the actual windows. Maybe that'll give me some inspiration. I could just use quartz for the windows actually, and not do spruce. I think I want to do spruce windows, but do the door quartz. Maybe. Actually, I did canopy windows on the houses. See, this is what I love about building. You can just sort of fly over to your pre-existing builds and see what you did. So let me see, how did I do the canopy over here? So I use stairs on that one. I use spruce. I don't like the look of the spruce, really. I think I'll do slabs, but I won't use spruce. I think I might use, I think I might use quartz slabs. So it would be, is that too short? Oh, actually, I think that's a better height, having it 2. Yeah, it looks a bit, yeah, I like that. Okay, I think the problem sorted itself out there. I'll do those 2 like this. Nah, I'll use stairs as well, just to give it like a unique shape. And then maybe just use whole blocks at the back. How's that looking? Yeah, I quite like that. I think if I had a little bit more shape to the bottom, if I use maybe some stairs for the actual canopy bit, and then grab some slabs, pop them on the either side. Yeah, I quite like that because it needs a bit of color differentiation. Maybe some logs, just popped in the bottom. Yeah, I quite like that actually. The oak logs go well with the spruce. Yeah, no, I actually really like that. I'm going to use that. Let's get to going on that. It's quite nice as well when you've got the design, you just have to copy it. You can sort of speak a bit more now. I'm a bit more focused. So where? Okay, I'll say that. Actually, I'm getting the design all wrong. So it goes here. No, here, here, chiseled. There we go. I've got it. Yeah, so I'm going to do an hour-long episode at some point, and it'll just be completely unedited, because, as I say, I'm going to cut away at some point to do the side walls, and I'll add in some final details and show them off at the end. but I'll do an episode where I completely do like start to finish. But I'll wait till I've got some stuff to talk about, so it's not as sort of boring. I'll wait till I've got some interesting topics to discuss or something along those lines. Do I like the? I don't know if I do like the quartz actually. I'll keep it for now, but I might change the quartz. I don't know if I'm a big fan of them. I think I'll add fences as well. I'm trying to do like a rustic, like an old sweet shop almost kind of feel to it. But obviously it's a toy store. What's going in this bit? If I'm sticking to the rustic theme, oh, okay, I'm doing that. I'm gonna do sidewards logs across the whole middle section. I think that will look really nice. So that is one out. So, okay. Yeah, I think this will look majorly rustic. And then what I can even do, yes, oh yes, it's all coming together. I can put leaves in the middle, in bits, to make it look, add some greenery to the build. Maybe even do that one drooping down a bit more. How's that looking? I like it. There's not enough leaves though. Maybe like this. And I'll leave a gap there. How's that looking? Yes, I like that. The fences up here look stupid though. I'm going to remove them. I might even experiment with that. Does that look good? I don't think that looks good. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Okay, well, I'll keep that like that for now. I think maybe just use spruce fences could work. Make it so it's not as dark. How's that looking? Yeah, it looks a bit better. So the door, I will keep the door as spruce. I think for now I'm going to do a really quite simple door. Because everything else is quite complicated. So I think having a nice simple door could bring some normality back to the build. I say, oh, I'm going to do a super simple door, and I do this thing. There we go, that works. Put the spruce here. And I could even connect it to the main building. Not like that. Oh yeah, how's that looking? Yeah, I think I could even connect it up here as well. Now, obviously I need to fill in the gaps. Here and here. How's that looking? The shadow's a bit strange, but I like the overall theme. So I'm going to add one more layer to the top. So I'm going to do the similar sort of breakup of the oh, wait, did I use stone slabs, didn't I? Yeah, let me grab the stone slabs back. Well, how are we doing for time? Let me have a wee look at the time. Oh my goodness, we were only 13 minutes in. I'll probably go to about 25 and I'll cut away. And we can, oh crap, wait. So it's directly touching it. That's a bit of an issue. Okay, we'll just go one above. And hope it's not too apparent. So go one above. And then, I guess I've just got to put in stone brick behind and just, I'm almost trying to hide the fact, like, I guess it's a mistake, but it's as Bob Ross says, it's a happy mistake. It's not too serious. So I want to add living quarters, so I think I'll come back with the green. Seems like a good time to use the green. So, how high are we going? You know, let's just do a mock. Oh, I guess I'll put it behind. Let's just do a mock. So I'd like a window there. Maybe that can be another one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that perfect? Absolutely perfect. So come out. And then, ooh, actually, I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to use stone brick. Yeah, change up a little bit. Use stone brick for the middle two. And keep the andesite for the top. And then, I think that's actually a pretty good height to come across. And I can add yeah, a little bit taller than the cafe next to it. Sounds good to me. Okay. I'm getting a lot better at building these style of buildings. This like downtown Parisian style. Because I've always been rubbish at it. But I'm actually getting a lot, like, significantly better. Which is great. Because I've never built them. Before I started the series, I never built like a building like this. I remember when I was doing the corner cafe, I was so happy how it came out because I've never built one like this. And when I have tried in the past, we're talking years ago, it came out rubbish. So I was stupidly happy how well it came out. Look how, bro, look how well that fits in. Yes, you can imagine like all the toys in the window. I don't know what I'm gonna do out front. I might do some benches and just casual seating because obviously I'm not gonna have chairs and tables. Sticking with the rustic theme, I think I'm gonna arch all these. This might make it a bit too rustic actually. I might remove that. No, actually, I really like that. Then we'll do windows here, and I'm gonna use. Let me clear my inventory. This is way too messy. Shall I use quartz for the windows? Yeah, I'm gonna use quartz. I think if I use, the quartz is standing out a bit too much. I'll use quartz, but I'm gonna cut away soon. I'm gonna do a window design and cut away. So when I do cut away, I'll decide again how, because I might not use quartz at all. I might end up using sandstone. Maybe not because there's sandstone right there. But I might. I'll have to see. Obviously, I'm thinking I can do this to get that spruce back into the build. How does that look? I like it. I just don't like that top bit of the window. I think doing that will be better. Does that look good? I really can't decide if that looks good. Can I fit in any leaves? Oh, I can't even fit in leaves really, because the slabs. I might go one higher, so I can get the. Yeah, I think I'll go one higher. The more I look at it, this quartz is on the toy sign is standing out far too much. Yeah, I think it is standing out too much. Okay. You get the idea though, and what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna cut away. I'm gonna pop in all the windows, the back wall, and I'll probably meet back. Oh, actually, it's quite shallow. I might make it a bit further back. But I'm gonna pop in all the walls and get the overall design, and then I'll come back with it all fairly done, and we can get some designs done. We can get some minor design arrangements, just to keep it so the video is not as samey. So I'll see you in a second. Hopefully everything does looking quite good, and we can get to working on the fine details. So stay tuned. Okay, welcome back. I have finished the exterior, like the main bit. We're going to do some decorating now. I've tried a few new things, actually. The top window additions were very last minute, so they're kind of really small, but I'm taking a step back, and I'm really liking the scale of everything. I think it's a great scale. They're a great scale. It's also it's symmetrical, but I like the two windows and the single chimney. But it felt really empty, so I popped in this, and I've done this before on a few other builds where it's sort of like a chimney, but not. I don't really know what it is. I'm not an architect. I don't know how houses are built, but it just fills up the space quite nice. The chimney, I've tried to do a different design. I could have done two, but I did two on this one. Turns out these buildings are very similar. Oh yeah, I didn't do the back, by the way. Just marked out where the floors are going to go. These roofs are very similar in color, shape, and design, which I'm not a big fan of. But I think once I get some of the buildings popped in, I think it'll look quite natural. I think when you look at it from all angles, it looks fairly a good shape. And I think when the bank is in, that's going to add a lot of shape. And I'm going to add, maybe up here, I might add a diagonal build board or some leaves or something. I'm not too sure. But anyway, I want to add some minor decorations. So I always love to add plant pots to all of my builds. I'm going to get my favorite few flowers in. I do want a nice bright color as well. So that should go with orange. We'll go with an orange. So where can these go? I don't think go in the windows, so I'll pop that up there. And I'll pop my favorite one there. That's looking good. Where I don't think they can go anywhere else actually. Oh, I could put the orange one there. It just adds a tiny little bit of color to the build and makes it just makes it pop a little bit more, I find. And let me just come over here because obviously these vines aren't meant to be here. This is from overgrowth, so let me just solve this issue here because I really don't want them spreading. That's okay. I don't want them on any part of the actual building itself because I might change that. I think it's looking quite nice. The only thing is this could do with a tiny bit more greenery up there. But yeah, I think all in all that's looking quite good. Let me add in the details down here. Why is there shadow? Why is that shadow so dark? Oh, it's not a shadow. I think I've just used the wrong color. Oh no, I haven't. What? Why is that shadow so? Oh, it's because of the slab, isn't it? Ah, okay. I can't really do anything about that, so let's try and hide that then. Let's. Oh, actually, instant fix. We'll just do this. There we go. I don't like how dark that is. So let's do the shop window things. The window design. So I'm gonna do a light color, so it really pops. I'm thinking just already got a full hotbar. I think I'll use just some quartz to make it really pop. And when I'll come around to doing the interior for this because I think that will be really fun. So when I do that, I'll incorporate this a little bit better to everything. So I'll put glowstone directly in the middle. Like I'll incorporate this entrance thing here. I'll do that a bit better. So don't worry about that too much. I'll resolve that in my own time. I was thinking actually when I'm going to do a full scale tour of the world. Does that glowstone look good? Yes, that looks great. I was thinking when I'm going to do a full scale tour, I feel like by episode 25, I think if I go that far, I feel by episode 25 that'll be worthy of a tour then. I'm sure I'll have enough built. Because right now, I really have not got that much built. But then again, I am on episode, like, what's this, episode 8? Episode 9? I think it's episode 8. So, yeah, yeah, it's episode 8. So, it's episode 8. I haven't really got that much done. But I think soon enough I will. And when I do, that's when I'll do the tour. I think that'll come out quite well. For the sake of just lighting when I take the thumbnail picture, I'm going to pop a torch under all these windows. Same with these ones. When I haven't done an interior, I do this with all the builds, so they look lit up from the outside. Okay, so the doorway as well, I'm going to pop in this, so it makes it a little bit more rustic. And I can also grab the fences, just faffing around a little bit, putting some minor details on. Could use dark oak, that would really make it pop, but I think I'm okay with that. Right then, so what are toys? How can I do toys in Minecraft? Shelves? I think I'm just going to use trapdoors. I think they're going to look the best, because I've got to rest the things on them. So that could be like an empty shelf there, maybe. Like that. Yeah, it looks good. So I think just heads. I could maybe pop a plant. Can you put plant pots in actually? You can't. Oh, can you even put heads on? I just assumed you could. Yeah, okay, you can put heads on. What else could I use for a toy? Like an end rod? That's not really a toy, is it? What is like a brewing stand? I guess you could argue that's like some sort of robotics thing or something. Every good kid. Oh, you can't put them on that shelf. We'll grab the creeper head. Pop that back there so it sort of hides the colour. Is that looking good? I mean, I think that's fine. I think I can add item frames actually behind trapdoors. I can't. Rubbish. Okay, I'll pop something in there. What's a good toy then I can put in an item frame? This sort of frees it up a little bit. I can put whatever in this. TNT? Yeah, we'll sell TNT. Sell TNT to kids. That's a great idea. And pop that there. Yeah, actually, I think that's gonna be okay. It actually looks a bit like a hardware store, doesn't it? Give me the creeper head. I'm gonna swap these two around because it's a little bit dark. There we go. Yeah, it looks a little bit sad putting in a skull in the middle of the thing. There we go. That's like a toy. Actually, I could even put like a banner. I think. If I just grab any sort of banner for now. Is there anywhere I could put a banner? Oh, there's not. I could put them in the windows, I suppose. There is only a limited number of banners as well. So you know what? I'll do one banner. There we go. Yeah, I'll do a banner there. There we go. That's like a nice, bright, colourful shop window. And we'll do the same over here. But for this one, I want to put the dragon head in. because I think that would look really cool. So again, I'll do that. Actually, I'll do this. The bookshelves coming up the side. I could put in a plant up here, like a mushroom. You could argue that's like some sort of mushroom toy, maybe. Put another shelf in there, and one more there. So again, put a creeper head in. Put a dragon head. This is like the main thing that all the kids will want. Whoops. Wait. Oh, I've done it wrong. Hang on. Put that there, and then... Yes, there we go. That looks cool as anything. And then one more thing to go back there. I feel like I could use a full block for that side. Maybe like an enchanting table. I know, you could argue that's something. And again, pop it in an item frame with... I'll put a jack-o'-lantern. Yeah, I'll put a jack-o'-lantern down there. In fact, I'll put the bookcase in and the jack-o'-lantern there. Oh, excuse me, I just burped. What else could I pop in? There we go, whatever, the end crystal. Okay, if you want to buy an end crystal. Yeah, I like that though. That's a cool shop window. I would go in there. I don't know about you, but I would go in there. In addition, I want to make this... see, how could I do this? I want to light up the toy sign, but the only way to do that would be with... Does that look just... I don't like I don't like the look of the torch. You know, I think if I do it on both sides, I think that's the only sort of salvation. What's going on here? Yeah, I think if I do it like this, I think this might look okay. Does it look okay? Yeah, actually, I like how it's different, like the positions of the torches, and from afar it will look quite a bit nicer. I'm also just realizing now, this is very plain up here. What if I used cobblestone slab? Cobblestone. Yes, that adds a great shape. That adds unbelievable shape. There we go. Honestly. Yeah, you know what? I'm happy with that. I'm happy to leave that as is. That's the toy store. With the windows. Actually, you know what? Very, very minor change at the end. I'm trying to change this banner out to an orange, but I didn't click on it. An orange banner. Because I don't know. I didn't like the yellow. Or the green. It was green, wasn't it? Yeah, there we go. That's the toy store. As I say, I will do an interior. I will show you the interior when it's done. But for now, I'm going to call that the episode. If you did enjoy, please like, subscribe, and do all that stuff. And I'll catch you in the next episode, which might be the bank, and that might be an hour long. I'm not sure. It could be something completely different, though. So stay tuned if you're interested, and I'll see you all later. Have a good day.
I'm on the move, can't stop me if you try. Coasting on now, baby, it's just me, myself, and I. Cause I'm on the move, every step is by design. It's only up from here till the moment I die.
I've been on the move, I never saw myself ever coming so far. Taking small steps, I was trying to find my groove. Yeah, I know that I was off to a really slow start, but now I'm running. Never looking back, I'm going towards where the sun is. Even if it blinds me, I find peace inside. Keep my eyes on the prize till I'm holding it above me.